To speak about Girona is to speak of a city that managed to keep its past alive. Its walls, its cobbled streets, and its magnificent old town transports us to centuries past. Presiding over one of the best preserved historical ensembles in Catalonia are the Cathedral of Santa Maria and the Basilica of Sant Feliu. Separated by just a few steps, both have witnessed centuries of history and preserve some of the most important chapters of the city's past. The Girona Cathedral is, without a doubt, one of the most emblematic buildings in Catalonia. From the outside, the Girona Cathedral looks impressive, but nothing prepared me for what I was about to see inside. Hidden behind these walls is one of the largest Gothic spaces ever built. Its construction unfolded over several centuries, which is why it combines elements of different architectural styles. Although its origins date back to the Romanesque period, much of the image we see today corresponds to the Gothic period and later Baroque interventions. The grand staircase leading to the main facade creates one of Girona's most recognizable images. Climbing its 90 steps is an experience that allows you to gradually appreciate the building's monumentality and feel like you're in a movie. And if this staircase seems familiar to you, it's because it appeared in the Game of Thrones series as the Great Sept of Baelor. And I must say, I've seen many images of this staircase, but being here in person gives you a completely different idea of its magnitude. The Baroque facade lends elegance and solemnity to the whole complex, while the various structural elements scattered across the exterior allow you to appreciate how the building grew and transformed over the centuries. Looking at its walls, buttresses and towers, it's easy to understand the importance the cathedral has had for the city. Every corner reflects a different stage of its history and showcases the efforts of entire generations who participated in its construction. The result is a monumental building that dominates Girona's skyline and has become one of its greatest heritage landmarks. Once inside, the feeling is truly astonishing. And as I mentioned, one of the aspects that makes it unique is its spectacular Gothic nave, considered the widest in the world of its style, after the one and only St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican. This feature makes it a landmark of European medieval architecture, but it's not the only one, as there's another element that is a true masterpiece of Romanesque art and that personally left me speechless. The spaciousness of the central nave creates an open space that conveys serenity from the very first moment. The Gothic architecture directs the gaze upwards, while the light that filters through the stained glass windows contributes to creating a unique atmosphere. It's a place that invites you to explore it calmly, observing every detail and enjoying the harmony of the whole complex. cathedral also houses the Cathedral Museum Treasury, where some of the most valuable works of Girona's artistic heritage are preserved. The most famous piece is the Tapestry of Creation, one of the great jewels of European medieval heritage. Although traditionally called a tapestry, it is actually an embroidery. Its extraordinary historical and artistic value makes it one of the main attractions of the visit. But among the most outstanding spaces is its Romanesque cloister, one of the oldest elements preserved in the cathedral. Its galleries and capitals allow you to admire the Romanesque art that formed part of the first major construction phase of the temple, and as I mentioned, seeing it for the first time left me speechless. However, the experience wouldn't be complete without visiting another monument. Before Girona Cathedral dominated the skyline, another church reigned supreme in the city. In fact, this church served as Girona's first cathedral until the 10th century, long before the Cathedral of Santa Maria acquired its current prominence. And for this reason, it occupies a fundamental place in the city's history. We are talking about the Basilica of Sant Feliu. Its exterior is particularly striking for its elegant bell tower, one of the most distinctive silhouettes in the Girona cityscape. The basilica presents an interesting combination of architectural elements spanning several centuries. The Romanesque apse, the Gothic naves and Baroque facade showcase the building's evolution and explains why it is one of the most representative examples of Girona's historical heritage. Upon entering, we find a space of contemplation. The Gothic architecture lends verticality and spaciousness, creating an atmosphere that invites reflection. Among the most outstanding works are the 8 pagan and early Christian sarcophagi, dating from the 4th century, considered one of the most important funerary collections preserved in Catalonia. In addition to its various chapels, the recumbent Christ by Master Aloy, one of the most valuable pieces in the basilica's artistic heritage, also deserves special attention. Visiting the Girona Cathedral and the Basilica of Sant Feliu is much more than simply visiting 2 monuments. It is discovering the history of the city that has preserved an exceptional legacy and sharing it with its visitors. My name is Alex Moraras. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, share, and definitely subscribe to find out more amazing places to visit before you come to Spain.